Bizzle, Christian rapper, and it sounds so cliche, but Christian rapper, father, minister, like wearing all the hats, man, and just trying to balance them to the best of my ability and do what I can, play whatever position God has me to play in His kingdom. That's it. Oh, it was dope, man. The process was long. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been working on it for a while, but when it finally came to completion, just the testimonies I've already gotten from it. You know what I'm saying? It's been amazing. So it's always a blessing to. I mean, even the way that the Lord, brought one into the picture. You know what I'm saying? The whole way it came together was definitely God ordained, and we seeing the fruit from it. So it's off the chain. Yeah, I mean it's still. I'm about to shoot a couple more videos. Get another. I didn't put it in stores like physical stores, so I just linked up with some distribution. So now I want to put it in stores. I did a couple remix. I'm a Christian remix, remix, with a pretty dope feature on there. I ain't gonna tell y'all. But it's gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna get in the stores and we're gonna keep pushing. The last joint, the remix, mix and master mastered as we speak. So after that, we send it off to get pressed up and off to the distributor. So it'll probably be about a month and a half maybe. Bizzle is like everybody asks me that and they thinking it's like some deep meaning. All it is before I got saved, my name was Playboy. They call me Playboy. And then, his slang changed and it was Play Bizzle. The slang changed. Yo, Bizzle, what up, Bizzle? And that's just it. And that's just what stuck. That's what everybody call me. Now they call me Biz. Hey, Biz, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm sticking with Bizzle. Man, I was a artist on the other side, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing. Got to open for a few people. Eventually started getting into the writing aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? And about the time I got or the Lord met me, you know what I'm saying, met me where I was, I had known about God, you know what I'm saying, but I had no relationship with Him, or the relationship I had was really not committed one, you know what I'm saying? So, but the clique that I kicked it with made me feel as if I was the good guy because I wasn't as bad as they were, you know what I'm saying? So I could feel really good in my sin because at least I don't do what everybody else around me is doing. Eventually, my homeboy sold weed pills. I ended up, trying to sell little weed, little pills. Behind the whole operation was, I wouldn't say prostitution per se, but, chicks in strip clubs and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We go out to Vegas and get money, whatever. That's what funded everything we was doing, my studio time, all of that. So eventually, you know what I'm saying, I ended up getting into the whole prostitution deal, you know what I'm saying? And long story short, I looked up, man, and saw how far I had gotten from God, like still justifying in my head, you know what I'm saying? Like I still felt like I was a good person. And I looked up yo, like how did I get here? You know what I'm saying? And I broke down before God, man, and I didn't want, it's one thing to do evil and know that you're doing evil and feel, condemned or, feel guilty about it. But that whole thing where you can do evil, wickedness and don't feel anything, like that's what I was afraid of. Like I was numb to it. I could be able to take this girl who's been raped, abused, all of this, and let her go out there and sell her body and not speak no life into her because I don't want to mess my money up. You know what I'm saying? It was that wicked. So to be in that place, you know what I'm saying, is a scary thing. And it's like, I don't care how hard you are, how hood you are, you don't want God to take His hands off you. You know what I'm saying? The most gangster dude got a cross tatted on him. He got a Bible somewhere, and he doesn't want God to take His hands completely off of him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was afraid of. You feel me? I dropped it eventually. Like first, I would still, we still was booking shows, and I'll be in Beverly Hills, and we do a club, and it started with me not doing the curse words when I perform live. I edit them out, and then changing the songs I did because I felt guilty about doing certain songs to maybe I'm gonna rap for the women. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe I'm just gonna and just trying to see like how I could do it. And eventually, it was like maybe ever since I've known, my motives for doing rap ain't really been positive. You know what I'm saying? It's all been you want the women, the money, the clothes, the fame. So is this even what God wants me to do? You know, so eventually I just left it alone. Like, Lord, that was my Isaac. You know what I'm saying? Abraham sacrificed his son. He was willing to. That was me. Like, Lord, you know how much I love this, but if you don't want me to do it, I won't do it. So I put it down for a minute and then experimented with writing. But even with the writing, you know, there's certain artists, secular artists, who I had an opportunity to write hooks for, but I couldn't write hooks about what they are about like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't write a Young Jeezy record and try to make it have a positive twist. You feel me? So eventually, man, I was walking it out, you know what I'm saying, straight Christian. The Jay-Z thing happened, and this is me, like, I'm riding around listening to, I'm bumping Blueprint 3. So it wasn't like no hater, nothing. I'm banging it. I even banged that record, the On to the Next One record. Like, that was one of my favorite joints on the album. And eventually, I just started seeing so many different dots connecting. And, you know, just holding it in my head like, we'll see. And he just kept on. And then one of the last straws was that On to the Next One video. And it wasn't just the imagery, but one of the lines that hit me the hardest was, y'all should be afraid of what I'm going to do next. Jesus pops on the screen with 2 bullets on the side of him. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at everything that's happened since. It's all been about assassinating the character of Jesus, the godliness of Jesus, how, you know what I'm saying, the trying to snatch him off of the pedestal that we put him on rightfully. So I went at him just because I love God, and homie, that's how we get down. You know what I'm saying? But that was kind of the start. Like, I was telling somebody earlier today, I wanted to be a Christian rapper because I was a Christian. First Christian rapper I heard was Truth that I liked. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, he's actually ill. And I heard him spit an acapella on TBN. He was dope. So I was like, you know, but I didn't feel like I was good enough. Not good enough as a rapper, but as a Christian. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't spit a whole gang of verses. You know, I was on my word all day. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Lord, man, he just catapulted me into this position that I didn't feel like I was ready for. You know what I'm saying? And he just put me there, and I relate to a lot of people that were where I was at that time, and I still relate to people to this day that are where I am, that have come from where I come from, and that's it. I feel like I'm here to reach those people, and that's why I don't try to formulate anything I do to reach any certain group. I do what I do. It touches who it touches, and whatever happens, happens. I mean, I didn't feel ready. Apparently, God felt like I was ready. Like, a Christian rapper was something I look like, man, like, when I get there, I'm going to be able to be a Christian rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't think that I could do it the way I did it. I didn't hear anybody rap about the stuff I rap about. You know what I'm saying? The way I do it. So I didn't know that was cool. You know what I'm saying? To do. So when I came in, that's why I call what I do truth music, because I want to be able to, I don't want you counting my Jesus per minutes. I want to be able to, if I'm rapping about a girl who gets raped and I don't say Jesus on that song, I don't say it. And then if I say Jesus 100 times on this song, I'm going to say it. And if you're not saved and you don't like me saying Jesus all the time, deal with it. But if you are, you want me to say Jesus all the time, you deal with it. Like, I'm going to do what God called me to do. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the platform God has given me is definitely 100% him. I mean, because all I'm doing is shooting slugs at the enemy all day, so he ain't give me the platform. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm grateful, and I try not to worry about the music so much. I just want to stay close to him, because I know that you can have the potential to get up and people start putting you on a pedestal. I'm not getting on no pedestal, like, you know what I'm saying? So, even with the God over money thing, like, I didn't feel like I could be a leader. You know what I'm saying? I was just ready to follow, and I want to follow God. And I knew, you know, Voss took me under his wing, Seven took me under his wing, Willie Moore Jr. took me under their wing. So, and then God made me more, you know, known or famous, if you want to say, than them, though they're my big brothers in Christ. But I never came in trying to lead no movement or nothing like that. It's just something that God did. And it's kind of like, you know, with Moses or even Jeremiah. God says to go do this. You say, God, I can't do that. I don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And he says, man, go do it. I'm going to touch your mouth, and you So it was one of those types of things. So I'm just trying to walk and do what he called me to do. And if he called me, then I could do it, period. That happened from, like what I told you with the whole prostitution thing. Man, literally, the girl that, that was prostituting, her father ended up being a pastor. You know what I'm saying? Like, her family owned the church. And, like, at that time, it was still about the money. Like, the money was first. So, like I said, and right before that, I started going to Bible studies and stuff like that. But when that money came, you know what I'm saying, it kind of just quit. But I knew enough to speak life into her. I was raised by my mother, my grandmother, my auntie. So I was raised around women. I knew how to speak value over her life and tell her she's better than that and all of those things. But I kept my mouth shut because I wanted, if she stops selling her body today, she's gonna mess up. She's gonna stop my money. And I kept my mouth shut, and that was wicked. But that was me putting money over God. You know what I'm saying? Not even mentioning God to her. Like, if you find Jesus, my money's gonna mess up. That kind of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, after I saw how easily I did that, because I went from being broke, like I was living, some people, my homeboys' parents took me and I was sleeping on their floor, living out of my car. You know what I'm saying? So the enemy broke my circumstance down. He knocked me down and then offered me a hand back up. And I took it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the money came fast. It went from not having money to rocking $200 J's and I go to like a Denny's and I ordered 3 entrees and eat a little bit off of each one and just like wasteful. Like, you know what I'm saying? The money came so fast. So you're talking about a dude who's dead broke, has to borrow money to eat at a restaurant, to within 2 days of pimping having $1,300 in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? So I know, you know what I'm saying? That's why I push this God over money so hard, because I know how hard how tough that stronghold is. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if God delivered me, he could deliver you, he could deliver anybody. And I'm gonna continue to at least put that on people's minds and choose them, because everybody says God first. We all do. I see females posing butt naked on Twitter with God first as their, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all say that. So I really want you, are you really putting God first? And if the tables will turn and you was in a relationship like the one that you're in with the Lord, would you feel like your mate was putting you first if they treated you this way? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right now, working on the God Over Money project. First, we're gonna do a mixtape, and then we're gonna drop this God Over Money compilation album. And then we're doing Flow's album. Then we're doing another Bumps album. Then we're doing Say Louder Corner. So right now, I'm trying to focus less on me and focus on my artists. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the tendency, if you're a CEO and an artist, you know, I can get real comfortable, and their situations are a little different than mine, and I could tend to not show respect for the fact that our grind is a little different. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to take the next few months, man, lift them up. Any light that's shining on me, shine on them. And man, I feel like God has given me a very talented roster, like super talented, to the point where I feel pressure to make something happen for them. Because if anything keeps them back, it's not going to be their talent. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's going to be my leadership. So for the next few months, that's what we're doing. We're pushing everybody on the whole squad. GodOverMoney.com. Get free music, and then if you like what you get for free, go to iTunes and support.
Rapzilla.com